Ladies and gentlemen, we seek your kind cooperation to please settle down. We are about to get started in the next 2 minutes. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Hewlett Packard Enterprise Transformation Summit 2017. We are about to begin the conference. Please take your seats. As part of the hygiene announcements, we'll request you to please keep your cell phones on the switched off or on the silent mode. Thank you so much.
Sit back and witness the amazing story of HPE by Rahul Arya through Sandart. Transformation is a continuous journey and not a milestone. You need to change to become better than others, and you need to transform to excel in your field. There's no shortcut to transformation. One needs to innovate, take risks, and have a vision to drive transformation with continuous efforts, hard work, and most importantly, perseverance. There's an old Chinese story of a bamboo tree. Once there came a disheartened student to his master, seeking help after no results, even after years of work. Master was calm and quoted, "Do you know, a farmer puts a bamboo seed and waters it in the sunshine continuously, not skipping a day. In its first year, we see no evidence of growth. In the second, third, and fourth, still nothing. Our patience is tested, and we begin to wonder if our efforts will ever be rewarded." Then, a shoot. The seed grows as tall as 90 feet. Yes, a 90-foot-tall bamboo tree in just 6 weeks. The master asked, "So, how long does it take to grow a bamboo tree?" The student excitedly answered, 6 weeks. The master smiled and said, "No, it took 5 years and 6 weeks for the growth. Why? Because during these 5 years, seemingly dormant period, it was growing its roots. Without this root structure, the plant simply couldn't support itself for its future growth. The little tree growing underground, developing a root system strong enough to support its potential for outward growth in the 5th year and beyond. All this requires perseverance." streamlined operations. A long-term vision is quintessential for any digital transformation project to yield desired results. As Jeff Weiner says, you have to maintain a culture of transformation and stay true to your values. So, who has got this perseverance? Who lays the foundation for an organization to grow faster than its competition by using newer technologies like IoT, analytics, blockchain, mobility, and many more? Who has a vision to foresee the future which can be defined by one word: digital? It's the CIO. It's people like you who've been the catalyst of change within the organization when it comes to driving transformation using technology. You are the ones who work closely with business stakeholders like CMOs, CEOs, and CFOs to ensure that you deliver tangible business benefits for your organization. At Hewlett Packard Enterprise, we call you a transformer CIO, someone who's willing to take risk, someone who's been a pioneer in writing many success stories for your organization, someone who's not afraid of experimenting and deploying newer technologies before they become obsolete. Transformation Summit 2017 is dedicated to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to all of you who've been instrumental in driving many transformation projects and welcome to Transformation Summit 2017. You are a Transformer CIO. Hewlett Packard Enterprise Transformation Summit 2017.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to our Sant artist Rahul Arya for giving a memorable start to the HPE Transformation Summit 2017. A hearty welcome to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host for this Thought Leadership Forum. My name is Shikha Singh. Well, to take the conference ahead, may I invite forward Mr. Srihari Gopinath, Head of Marketing, HPE India. Let's welcome him with a round of applause.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for joining us here. I know it's been a journey for several hours for some of you, and for some of you who have joined us from overseas, it's taken more than just a few hours. So thank you. Thank you all for being here and joining us today. Given the blistering heat of Delhi and the plains, I don't think there's any better place to be to spend the next couple of days, at least here, while we have this chance. And we are really happy that you made time to be with us and join us for the next 2 days. So we look forward to having a lot of conversations. We will have an opportunity to hear from some of you, learn what projects you're driving, what challenges you are facing, and we will strike a conversation, and hopefully at the end of it, we will all be better off learning from each other. The theme for the conference is transformation. I don't think that's a word which any of you are unfamiliar with, and that's perhaps the most used and sometimes abused word in several conferences, right? But truly, we believe that this is a period of significant change, and therefore, we want to have this conversation with you to understand what transformation and where digital technology has a role to play. We will share some points of view from our side, from the perspective of Hewlett Packard Enterprise, and we will look to hear from you on your stories from your side, what your learnings have been. The hashtag for this conference is the hashtag Transformer CIO. So for those of you who are active on social media, on Twitter, if you find something relevant, if you find some good pictures outside, you can tweet them, but please do tag them with the hashtag. Yep. So this is a picture, of the hills just outside, and I think right after the hailstorm which just happened, I think the hills are looking so much more beautiful now. And in our culture, in the Indian culture, when it rains, it is a sign of, it's a good omen. And so I believe we are starting off on a really, really good note. Although it's been delayed by a little bit, but I think it's going to be worth it. Yeah. Okay. So to kickstart, I just thought I'll pull up a few markers from from India and where we believe we are headed. These are numbers which perhaps most of you in this room are familiar with. All of you in this room are transformers. You are leading your respective organizations, contributing to the growth plans and building the blueprints for for growth in this in this country. At 7.6%, I think India will still be the fastest growing market in the world. So that's really good news for all of us. We also have the demographic dividend, right? So our Honorable Prime Minister Modi has spoken about it in several forums. Picking up from there, at 29 years by 2020, that will be the median age. So we will be the youngest nation on the planet. That's phenomenal. That is really something which holds a lot of promise. And the third one is, by the year 2030, we will have about 250 million individuals joining the workforce. All of these are going to be youngsters. They would have grown up with some kind of a screen, familiarity with technology, and their ability to use technology is going to be so much more better. They're going to come in expecting to use technology to do business, and that's the way of life for them, right? So this is fantastic. So while that's that's more a macroeconomic point of view, this is, I just pulled up these two, these 2 points from a recent Gartner survey conducted amongst some of you might have answered this as well, and some of your colleagues, other CIOs in the industry have answered it. So all of you are, it's very clear that digital transformation is of very high importance for all of you, right? So 35% of total IT budgets are expected to be invested in accelerating digitalization by 2018. That's a big number. And 37% of Indian CIOs have listed digital business as their top priority, and compare that to 28% which global CIOs said, right? So significantly higher traction on what you are probably hearing from your business stakeholders, what you are hearing from your customers. That's warranting this change. So this is I'm framing the context here on what we are seeing at a broader level. From an industry standpoint, as Hewlett Packard Enterprise, we are witnessing this across the globe. There are huge shifts which are impacting enterprise IT, right? So we have all seen cloud in some form, is already prevalent in your organizations, in your plans, in your blueprints. Software-defined everything. Now that's the direction the conversation seems to be going in. Data and analytics, I think that's going to be a clincher for success going forward, because today you have the ability to harness all that data that you're able to gather. Other technologies which are making a huge impact are mobility and IoT. IoT is expected to change pretty much every industry, whether it is manufacturing, whether it is banking, retail, logistics, supply chain, you name it, and there is a component or there is an element of IoT that is expected to make an impact. So therefore, the shift to solutions. So you want solutions and you want to consume them in different consumption models, which kind of work for you and your plans. So as you build out the digital enterprise, as transformer CIOs yourself, you are looking for partners who can help you in this journey, right? So to take this discussion forward, I'm going to now invite Som Satsangi, Managing Director, Hewlett Packard Enterprise India, up here to join me for a conversation. Please welcome. So thank you, Som. So we have, we have amongst us, perhaps CIOs from pretty much all the top companies in India. Many of them are your friends, are your, people who you have known for several years. And it is really, really a great occasion to meet them here in Mussoorie. We a little while back we were discussing about how we are going to work with these CIOs, these transformer CIOs, and what we can do for them. From a transformation standpoint, from Hewlett Packard Enterprise, I think I want to draw your comments on our view on why transformation is going to be so critical for businesses, and where we can partner with with these CIOs, with these CIOs in their journey. You want to comment on our strategy?
So before that, I'll start. I would like to thank everyone in this room, because almost all known faces. I have worked almost with every CIO in this room for many, many years. With a couple of them for more than probably 2 decades, because I have completed 2 decades in Compaq HP, and I know many known faces. So I think really appreciate, and thanks for you taking time out over a weekend. I know it's not going to be easy coming out from Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, some of the known faces from Chennai, all the way traveling after almost 3 hours and then 2.5 to 3 hours road travel. Yep. It's not going to be easy. So really thanks and appreciate. And I also thanks for all the business which you have given over a period of year. We just finished our half year this thing, because our financial years start from 1st of November to October 31st. We just finished. And I think pretty good, while we have not announced our global result, but Indian business we have done fairly well. So thanks once again for all your support and help. Now let me just give the perspective, Hari, what you have mentioned. At HPE, we have been working on our own transformation journey, looking at this thing, that how the entire IT transformation, or I won't say transformation, disruption is happening around the industry. And we have realized that every large enterprises, when they are looking their data center journey in the IT transformation, is going to be hybrid.
Yep.
And they will continue in their traditional IT. They will also look some application moving to the cloud, because everybody is talking cloud, big data and all. But also they will look into totally a model which is a balanced one between on-prem, traditional IT and cloud consumption. And that's what our belief is, that world is going to be hybrid for all our large enterprises. And that can be on-prem, traditional IT, customer with going into the cloud era kind of thing, cloud environment, all these balancing of those things, and all the CIO, large enterprises, needs to balance out what to keep on their on-prem, what to move into cloud environment. So that's our first core fundamental belief for the data center. Second, our strategy, which is, I think you rightly mentioned, that things are moving from data center to edge. And as per some of the market estimates, almost 40% of the data is going to move from data center to edge in next 2 to 3 years time frame. And we have seen, like I can see Mr. Uppal sitting and VN sitting, so just give that perspective of even automotive industry.
Right.
The moment you get into a discussion of autonomous car, every day the autonomous car is going to generate almost 4 terabyte of data. And by 2020, estimate is that there is going to be almost 20 million car in the market. Just imagine the amount of data it will be generating. Right. And all the data is going to be the edge. You also mentioned about industrial IoT and devices like this thing, all sensor and all. Also there is an estimate by 2020, there is going to be almost around 12 to 15 billion of IoT devices and sensor and all. So all the data is going to be happening at the edge. A lot of new data domain and new type of data is going to get generated. So we feel that edge is going to be very, very important and critical. And from HPE standpoint, we think that we will help CIOs in this room and enterprises, large enterprises, to bring the intelligence at the edge, which will help to analyze the data at edge, not bringing back onto the code.
Right.
While doing these things, when you've got a core data center, you've got an edge, somebody has to manage the seamless experience from edge to data center. and somebody is required to do the entire support services, maintain advisory services. So starting from advisory services to professional services, somebody needs to manage those things. And that's our third core belief, is that enterprises like yours will be looking some partnership so that somebody can help you and drive the entire your support and services journey, starting from advisory services to break-fix journey. So these are the three core fundamental where we feel that the CIOs like the enterprises will be looking, and HPE is here to help the CIO in their transformation journey.
Excellent. So that is what is Point Next. So
Right.
that's our new branded organization for services, which is HPE Point Next. So we make hybrid IT simple, we power the intelligent edge, and we have the expertise to make it happen, which is Point Next. So, this is our, this is the way we believe we are organized to help organizations in their digital transformation. But you mentioned a little while back that we are transforming ourselves as well, right, over the last 18 months. So I'm bringing up this slide to kind of make it easy for the audience here also to see. The last 18 months have been significant. We've we used to be one HP, then we've had the separation, and then this is what has happened over the last 18 months. Do you want to just reflect upon some of these acquisitions, divestitures, spin mergers, and so on?
So Hari, as I mentioned in the beginning, that when we are looking, their enterprises are transforming. From Hewlett Packard Enterprise also, we have transformed ourselves so that we can address the requirement of the enterprise customer. So obviously, last couple of quarters have been pretty, very, very busy for us internally. After the big HP getting divided into HP Enterprises and HPI, removing the PC, printer, and the devices portion kind of thing. After that, almost 18 months, we have again gone through the very massive transformation journey ourselves. I'm not going to explain everything. I'm going to pick up some of those things which are very critical and relevant for these enterprise group of customer. And the most recent in that space is our acquisition of Nimble. While we have done a phenomenal work on our storage technology after our acquisition of 3PA, and almost all large enterprise customers in this room are a big user of 3PA technology. Absolutely. Some of the customers have got probably the largest install base in the storage industry sitting in this room in the telco industry. So while we had very good product 3PA at the high end and mid range, we always felt that we have got some gap at the low end and entry level of storage. And that's a place we felt that Nimble is the right product. And Nimble storage is one of the best, the all-flash storage, which we acquired recently. We have completed the acquisition. Yeah. The second thing which is very, again, critical is the acquisition of SGI. A couple of quarters back, we acquired SGI because SGI is very, very dominant in the HPC market. Whether you look the weather forecasting or you look molecular modeling and some of those things, and which are very, very unique and also picking up in India, like all large customers in India, the universities, the campuses, the technology, the way they are driving some of those discussion in HPC environment is very critical. So we acquired that company to address the high performance computing market and also to a certain extent the SAP HANA market also.
Absolutely.
We also acquire a company called Niera. And Niera is again a very interesting acquisition what we have done it, because as I mentioned that when workloads are moving toward the edge is becoming more and more vulnerable. Yep. Today, the security has become a big threat coming out from the edge. Traditionally, it's no more somebody hacking the data center. Today, the guys, like every devices which are connected to your system can be used to hack your system. And Niera is the real application which sit at the edge and at devices, and it's intelligent built into those things, and that decide whether the device which is used at the edge is using the function for which it is meant for. Absolutely. Or is doing something else. Just to give the example, if the printer is being used at the edge which is connected, so that printer is being used as a printer or it is being used to hack the data center kind of thing. So this is the kind of intelligence we have built and into those things. So we have acquired that company. We also recently acquired the
Simplicity.
Simplicity. Again, simplicity is very important for us because large customers are moving into the virtualized environment.
Right.
And as you move into the hyper-converged virtualized environment, simplicity play a very critical role for us. And I know that almost all large enterprises in this room are looking to move into the virtualized environment. So these are some of the acquisition what we have done. It's our strategy was very clear. Wherever we have got a product gap kind of things or we felt that is going to take a longer time, we'll acquire those companies. The second objective what we said that if we can't acquire, we need to partner with them. And some of those things if you see, the NEC, the G in the IoT space, what you said, industrial IoT and automation and all, we have partnership with these things. Another thing which where we have done the strategic partnership is Arista. Arista is very strong in low latency switches. Probably that's one of the best software-defined technology on the network side. We have got a strategic arrangement with Arista to provide the support and also provide our customer experience through our point next solution in those things. And we already started acquiring customer through Arista. So some of these strategic partnership where we felt that, okay, we can't acquire them, but we are going to partner them apart from Microsoft and SAP and some of those things which are regular things. Third is obviously the critical, you also mentioned, that we have to do the right sizing of the organization, some of the investment which we decided that it's not the falling into our space of our strategic roadmap, and we decided to do the spin merge of that. First one was our enterprise services business, which we spin merge on 1st of April, merge with CSC to make a new company called DXC, and that organization is going to be just pure play services organization, focus on all the application transformation and some of ITO and applications transformation. So that's what we have done. Next quarter, we are also going to be doing a spin merger for our software business, which again we felt while it's important and critical, but that was not fitting into our the entire strategy and roadmap, and we felt that probably we should be partnered with latest and greatest of the technology in that area. So again, the spin merge is going to happen. It's going to merge with Micro Focus next quarter. So we decided that we are going to either acquire the company wherever we are going to partner those things, or we are going to invest in some of the technology and roadmap and innovate those things. And one such project where we are very, very confident that Synergy, where we have made investment and brought for the first time the new composable strategy in our solution.
I think, to go to your point on Synergy, this is exactly our view of, how transformation is happening towards a digital enterprise. So enterprises are reshaping their business strategies where technology is playing a key role. So either it's in the data center, so it's a hybrid IT strategy which is important to them, or they are leveraging the edge, where the intelligent edge and the service and that's where the they need the support. That's where they are building the capabilities, and apps and data. I think that's going to be the most critical part of it. So from an innovation standpoint, you were talking about Synergy, which is what we believe is a path-breaking innovation in the hybrid IT side. Go on.
Okay.
To comment.
So so innovation is something which is in the DNA of HPE. HPE is known for innovation, for the right product, right technology for many, many years, and we continue to innovate. In order to drive our entire hybrid strategy, IT at the core, we have brought in the new concept of called Synergy. Synergy is the first fundamental infrastructure which we have brought in, which is a completely fluid resources of compute, storage, flex fabric, and all of those things with the management control. And next 2 days time, probably we are going to spending a lot of time on Synergy, that how in the data center space we can provide our customer a very, very flexible capacity kind of consumption based model with the help of Synergy, so that they can get the experience of public cloud on-prem kind of thing. This is the first time somebody has come out with this kind of innovation, and we are really proud of this thing. We announced this particular product around 2 quarters back, and I'm pleased to inform that in this room we have got more than a dozen customers. They have shown a faith on that Synergy product, and they have invested on those things. I see VN sitting here straight. They were the first one, and they have decided when they are moving into the entire virtualized application environment, they felt that on-prem, that's the best product. and they acquire on those things. They're some of the largest telco operators, global telco operators in India. They've also chosen Synergy as a platform, and that's a Vodafone, and Vodafone has decided to move entire application and some of the large chunk of the business that they have moved on, workload moves on those things. So that's the kind of innovation which we have done it, and helping the customer to move on-prem kind of experience to get the experience of cloud-based offerings.
Absolutely. So what are your comments on the edge, the intelligent edge? You know, we have a phenomenal portfolio. What are the innovations that excite you?
So again, on edge, because the lot of growth and investments are happening on edge. So you know that we have acquired a company called Niara, which is again a very focused thing from the application standpoint. And also the way intelligent edge we are seeing, we have created an entire platform through the universal IoT platform so that we can help. And one example I'll give you, Hari, over here, that we are seeing a lot of a smart project, a smart city, some of the smart building coming in India, and that's one of the very core project which our Prime Minister is driving. We have already signed up a very strategic agreement with Tatacom, where in next couple of years' time, we are going to provide the entire universal IoT platform through the help of this intelligent edge, some of the devices in our entire universal IoT platform, where we'll be touching close to around 400 million populations in the major metros and major cities kind of thing, and where we'll be providing some of the services and user-based experience at the end customer devices. So these are some of these innovation and technology we are bringing in and we are driving along with the Aruba and Arista and some of technology, other things which we are working in this area.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, Som, if I have to summarize your comments, we believe that it's going to be a hybrid world. So we want to make hybrid IT simple. We power the intelligent edge, and we have the services. We have the services capability with Point Next to make all of this happen, right? So that's how we believe we can contribute. We can partner with each of you as you transform your businesses, as you power a digital enterprise of your own. So with that, I think we now want to move on into the next sessions. We have some really leading, powerful speakers lined up next, and we have a panel discussion as well. So it's not going to be about HPE. This is a conference which is all about you, the transformer CIOs. So I think, thank you, Som. Any comments to conclude, and then we can move on?
No, I think, again, I would like to thank each one of this room, and really thanks and appreciate for all the key CIOs taking this time out and coming to this conference, and look forward to working more closely in years to come. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Som. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Som and Mr. Srihari, for that valuable start indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a very interesting customer keynote that would be delivered by an eminent speaker. We have the privilege to have amongst us today a very seasoned professional, the CIO of Maruti Udyog Limited, Mr. Rajesh Uppal. Let's welcome him with a huge and an enthusiastic round of applause.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Am I audible in the back? Yeah. Okay. First of all, thanks a lot, HPE, for giving me opportunity to speak. I guess, all of my colleagues sitting here has a similar story to share. So thanks a lot giving me this opportunity to share. What I thought was, instead of talking full case studies of my projects and all, let me talk about my experience of how this whole journey has gone about. One thing very clear, the digital transformation in Maruti has been a very significant agenda, which from a board, I get together along with my board member to drive within the organization. I think that's something which is driven from there. And this is not something like a project. This is something journey as an organization we are going through, and we are trying to build that journey to achieve excellence in our business. And some of the result, I'm sure you saw our last year result recently, and our continuously being a customer service #1 company for the last 18 years. I think a lot of focus on digital way to manage our customer is the key to really where we do all those things together. And But why digital? I don't think today there is any talk to do that at all. I think if you know not digital, the survival is the issue. Whether you are an organization, you need agility, you need efficiency, you need innovation. Without that, you can't survive very clearly. And if you talk about CIO like us, if you are not, and CIO are the center stage to really drive the innovation. If they can't drive it, I'm saying they will be, for them survival could be an issue around. And similar pressure is coming from all the stakeholders that this is something which is essential for all of us to do. Now, my insight for journey for last many years, I have been driving within the organization, and the whole focus on innovation is very clear on digitization is that the project of digitization in ITs are very, very short-lived. You get some competitive advantage for a few months, your competition will copy that after that. Or maybe sometime your employee goes and joins them, so they do that over there. So it's always a challenge that how you keep on raising the bar onto the innovation on an ongoing basis is the challenge which all the CIOs